කියලා ඉවරයක් කරන්න බැරි තරම් නිෂ්පාදන පෙළක්. කිල්ස් නිෂ්පාදන අරිම මිලට හොඳම තත්ත්වයෙන්.
Long queues have started to form at filling stations from yesterday. People demand to know what caused this panic and what measures the government will take to address it. In terms of a reason, unlawful practices are what led to these queues. We are rectifying those issues at the moment. This matter directly relates to taxation. I believe the Deputy Minister of Finance will elaborate on this at length. Firstly, there is no shortage of fuel in the country. On the 25th of February, we informed distributors that we will be charging them. The relevant legal matter was taken up in the Court of Appeal on the 28th. Fuel distributors did not raise an objection in court while the matter was being heard. Now, a group of distributors have unilaterally decided to not distribute fuel. Those distributors have spurred panic among the public on social media. A small group triggered this widespread panic within society of a resurgence of fuel queues. All of the distributors were present during yesterday's meeting. Each and every one of them agreed to not order fuel stocks. Kindly hold discussions with them prior to taking a decision. We have no intention of inconveniencing the government. We ask you this on behalf of the people of this country. Have you held discussions with distributors? Will there be no queues? What is your message to the people? Firstly, I must reiterate that there is no shortage of fuel. We will never let the country run out of fuel. Secondly, we are always open for discussion. This attempt at triggering panic within society by creating an artificial fuel shortage could be a politically motivated act of sabotage or conspiracy. If there are fuel queues, most of those in queues are those who voted for us. This situation was not created due to an issue of the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. This is an order made by court. The conduct of fuel distributors at the moment is in contempt of court. Say for example that the cost incurred by the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation per litre of diesel is 120 rupees. Then the profit for the fuel distributors will have to be calculated on that cost of 120 rupees per litre of diesel. However, what has been happening for years is that taxes paid by the CPC are also added to the CPC's per litre diesel cost of 120 rupees before computing the amount payable to distributors. Once that amount is added, the 120 rupees will shoot up to 250 rupees or 300 rupees. So the commission for fuel distributors will be calculated on the total amount arrived at after adding the tax to the cost of fuel. 3% of 120 and 3% of 300 are two very different things. Should a government with an overwhelming mandate vested by the people bow down to the business interests of a few? We would like to assert to the distributors in question that as a government, we will act in accordance with the court order. We will not allow them to tread down the wrong path. This error was noted by previous governments as well. They are robbing the people blind. I agree with 90% of what the leader of the house said. During our regime, VAT and other taxes were imposed on fuel. However, we disregarded those taxes imposed when calculating the 3% commission for shed owners. The Minister of Power and Energy should expand on the matter. The CPSTL does not distribute fuel on Sundays. The subject minister must reveal if fuel will be distributed tomorrow as well to address this matter. Since people increased their fuel purchases owing to widespread panic yesterday, we accepted orders today as well to address the situation. We will evaluate the situation this evening. Orders will be accepted on Sunday, though orders cannot usually be placed on Sundays. There is no shortage of fuel. There is no point in pumping extra fuel. There is no need to panic.